being a creator on Free2z. It's so easy that we have a little surprise for you. So we're going to use some kids to show you just how easy it is to create a page and become a creator on Free2z. Yours? All right. So let's start out here. So we can go over. I'll show you this presentation. Take a look up here on the screen and tell us about Free2z.
What are Z pages? Z pages is a way to share a story of something that you care about with everyone else.
So what's this?
This is an example of a Z page. So you can write something, then you can write some text, and the cool thing about it is you can also put a pretty drawing. Create an account. So to create an account, you'll have to put a username, and then you'll put in your password, and then you'll click I'm not a robot. If it sees something wrong, if it feels like you did something kind of weird, it'll put photos and it'll say click which photos are the robots.
Makes sense, like a motorcycle or something,
yeah,
right?
And enter.
All right, so your turn. Go tell us about the subscription prices.
Okay, so when you start a Free2z page, you can also put a subscription price, which basically people pay you in 2Zs to see your exclusive content. So you put in a number right there, like usually 10 or 15 is a good number. In 2Zs, which is basically it's kind of like the credit.
Yeah.
Free2z uses, like they reward you with that. It's kind of like the coins in video games, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly, it's like a video game. All right, tell us how to create a new page.
Now, this is creating a new page. You're gonna want to put your URL, which is basically so everybody out on the internet can see you. And then here you can put in your QR address so that people can pay you. And then you can click Save or Publish.
And so what can you put in the P2P address? Like what sort of things could you put in there?
In the P2P address, you put in a QR code so people can scan it to pay you in Zec or, well, yeah, anything. And then here you can also boost your page with 2Zs it's kind of like updating something on a video game. You can pay like 2Z to update your page, to boost your page, so more people can see it. And this is your final result.
Awesome, great. So, all right, that's kind of a good overview. What if we, let's start creating some pages. Sound like fun? Let me just switch over to this display here. Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How do you get like these embeds and like images, and what kind of features can you put in here?
Yeah, so really the sky's the limit. So we use something called Markdown, which if you're not familiar with, is like a really cool way of formatting text. Just makes it super easy. And you can embed from, I think it's something like 300 platforms, or might be more. It might be like 1,000 platforms.
I heard it was like 2,000.
Yeah, there you go, from 2,000 platforms. But like some of the big hits are, direct embeds from YouTube, from basically any social media platform. And the nice thing about it is it's all completely privacy friendly. So we ask you if you want to receive this sort of content. Like we don't just throw it at you. So basically you have to choose whether you want to see the embeds. So that's how you can be pretty sure that it's safe and it's not going to cause any issues for your privacy. So yeah, that's kind of like one of the superpowers of these Z pages. So we'll see that in a second. Great. All right, let's just switch over to our computer and we'll get started. Great. Okay, perfect. All right, come on up. let's create some pages. So they can see what you see now, all right? Okay. So we're signed out here, so feel free. Let's just create a new username and let's get started. So what username do we want to create? Any ideas, kids? Yeah, what's your idea?
I am a Snoopy fan.
I am a Snoopy fan. How's that sound? Can we do that for a username? I am Snoopy.
SNOOPY.
Fan. Who likes Snoopy here in the audience? Any Snoopy fans? Got a few Snoopy fans out there. Okay, great. You got a top #1 Snoopy fan right here. All right, and we need to put in the password. So it's something that we remember. All right. It doesn't have to be secure because this is just a demo. Normally you'd want to put in the secure password here, but also something that you can remember. And now we're going to do the fun I'm not a robot button. Great, okay, got it right away. So let's press the enter button. There it goes. Yeah, you can go ahead and save that. Good, that's fine, save it. Now we're logged in. Okay, so as we see here, let's make this a little bigger. So we've got all of these different creators up top, and then now we've also got individual Z pages that have been created. And you can kind of see over here the boosted ones, the ones that are most recent.
Daddy,
yeah? What's that? No, you can tell everybody.
What happened to the one I made?
Oh, you want to see the one you? All right,
Yeah.
let's show a recent one that you made.
Him.
Okay, let's go down here and let's look at some recent pages. Yeah.
Those are recent.
So right there, this is one by Cryptobella, and it's about her puppy loving brisket. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is a true story about a puppy, right? What did the puppy do?
She went over, and when we were going inside to put the brisket away, since it was in the summer, so the flies would go over and get on it. So we were putting it in, and when we came back outside, she was covered with the brisket.
The grease, yeah.
The grease, and she was licking her beard, and we were so surprised because how did she not get burned? And then so we had to give her a bath.
Yeah, she was pretty stinky.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's a story that she just wrote with a little bit of help from AI too. Mm-hmm. And now, why don't you go ahead and create a new page, okay? So show us the navigation menu there. So as you see, there's different things in the menu, right? Can you kind of talk us through what each of these links do?
So the profile page is, you can set up a description for yourself and have a profile picture and banner for your profile, and also set your subscription price. And in the public view, you can search for creators that you want to see. In the buy 2zs, you can buy 2zs with Zcash. And then the new page button, you can create a new page and describe anything you want. With the media, you can upload all sorts of files like images and videos. In the Go Live, if you have live mode enabled, you can go live and have multiple people join a Free2z call.
That's great. And then you've got Chat2z as well, a little bit of AI. And then since we've got a very passionate Zcash audience, why don't we take a quick look at the Buy 2zs button, okay? All right, so check it out. So right here, it's showing us we can buy 2zs with Zcash. Currently, we've got 33. And we could use this QR code to get some more 2zs. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll also do a little test of our Y wallet, which has been overall pretty good, but a few wrinkles here and there over the past few days. So go ahead and let's copy that address. Yeah, open the Y wallet. It's taking a little time, so there it goes. All right. You can still see that on the screen. All right, great. So we've got our Y wallet. So as you see, that's the address. And you've got a really cool thing down here in the subject. It's telling us exactly what the intent is, right? So it's saying, hey, let's buy some 2Zs, right? And then it's telling us, therefore, I am Snoopy fan, okay? So yeah, let's go ahead and send that. Okay, privacy's high.
Good.
Let's send that. Okay, payment in progress. All right, we'll let it do that. Let's go back to what we were doing. All right, there we go. So that's successful. There's our transaction ID. Got that nice satisfying ching-ching sound going on. So thank you, Han. Your Y wallet seems to be working smoothly today. We are happy. Let's go back to where we were. All right, go ahead and you can go to done. And let's go ahead and make a new page. Tap on the done. So go back up to the nice green new page button. Okay, great. So, all right, folks. So what do you think? What do we want to have a page about today?
Like write about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can we write about?
Maybe another puppy story?
Yeah, when we first got Cholo.
Sure.
The yellow fever epidemic of 1973.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Maybe we'll keep it a little lighter than yellow fever.
1793, I got the date wrong.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
favorite
All right. Maybe we'll keep it a little lighter than yellow fever. So let's have a story about a puppy. So we can give it a title. You can go up to the title, and let's do fun with
Cholo.
Cholu. C-H-O-U-L. O-L-U. Yeah, Cholu.
C-H-O-L-U-L.
There you go. Perfect. And now we've got something really cool here. As you see, can you tell us about the featured image, what that is?
The featured image is where you can upload a banner for your Z page.
Great. All right, so let's go ahead and upload something for that. Now, if you go over to downloads real quick, you got, okay, see where it says Cholu?
Yeah, that one.
Let's try that.
She is.
There it goes.
This is it.
Got a little puppy going on. All right, let's look at categories. Let's see if there's some relevant categories. So what are categories?
Names.
Yeah. So there's some names basically about the page. Well, she's definitely a pet, right? Let's see if there's a pet category. Okay, great. Let's do that. That's a good one. All right, now tell us about this box here. What is this box?
This box is where you can explain, it's where you put the content of your Z page, which includes the markdown, embedded videos, and titles, and anything else you want, like bulleted lists and links.
Great. And so back to the markdown thing. What is the markdown, and how can we use that here?
Well, you could first, you can make a title.
That's great. So that one hash there, the 1 pound, that's for a title. That makes sense. Fun with Cholo. Okay, great. And now let's go ahead and start writing a story. Now, remember, the cool thing about Free2z is we also have AI built into this. So
Can make it
yeah.
better.
So yeah, basically AI can help us write the story, right? So we can start with some prompts, and then AI will start to help us do some stuff. So let's go ahead. You can go to new line, and let's you can press enter, yeah. And let's start. Let's give a prompt for our AI. Okay. So tell us about the story. What do you imagine for the story?
Can I just say what happened?
Yeah. Tell us what happened.
Okay. So we had to drive along. This is very far away because we were like closer to
Turn around. Tell everybody here.
We were like closer to the center of Ohio, so we had to go like to the outer of Ohio. So it was a very long trip. I got car sick, but it was worth it because I got to have my Cholo.
Your puppy.
She's super nice, but and so we.
Let's start there. We're traveling very far away.
So we're traveling very far away, and then
go pick up my puppy.
And so we were there, and we went there, and we got and we were looking at all the dogs. There's like a bunch of puppies, which they were all adorable. There's one that his name was Ryan. It was Cholo's brother. But he was.
Well, and let's slow down. So let's start with that. We were traveling a very far away to pick up a puppy. And so what you can do is
Farm or something.
go ahead and show us one of the AI buttons. All right, maybe for text. Yeah. So now this thing, we can give it the prompt. So we can ask GPT to tell us, to give us some advice. So we could say something like write a story about how when we were traveling very far away to pick up a new puppy, right? Or you can start off saying, like, I'm a kid. I'm a kid. Write a story about, I'm a kid, so that it knows that we're a kid. There you go. I'm a kid. I am a kid. Yeah, that's fine. I'm a kid. Write a story about. About when. Yeah. Good. Let's go ahead and get some help. So now this is getting a little AI support. It's thinking. And there it goes. Like magic. Okay, it's given us a little help here. Now, obviously, we want to keep editing, so let's take a look at this. Can you read a little bit this story for us?
Okay, so we were traveling very far away to pick up a puppy. Once upon a time, there was a family who had always dreamed of owning a puppy. After months of searching, they finally found the perfect pup for their family. But the pup was far away, so the family decided to take a long road trip to pick up their new furry friend. The family packed up the car with snacks, drinks, and games for the long drive ahead. They drove for what felt like days, but eventually they arrived at their destination. When they got there, the family was so excited to meet their new pup, they were in love at first sight.
Okay, that's good. Now, okay, one more thing. So let's do some images here. How's that sound? So we've got a pretty decent story. Obviously, we would want to spend more time editing it and adding more stuff, but this is a good start. So can we make some AI images out of this? What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah. So what do you want to write a new prompt for it, or you just want to? Oh wow, we're getting fancy.
Yeah,
I see that time in the
it's
art
fun.
museum's paying off. So
Yeah,
some
when you do,
impressionistic painting.
Yeah, when you do new images,
Yeah.
like sometimes impressionistic is more clear.
I love it. So Free2z is going to be doing some impressionistic painting here, in keeping with our Barcelona location. All right, so you just highlighted and selected that. All right, let's get an AI image. Go ahead. Tap the button. Okay. Now, we can't see it right here, but it clearly has done it. Now, if you know Markdown, you'll see that this is making the embed for us. So can you scroll down a little bit? Now, this is really awesome, so I don't know about you, I'm afraid of losing this story. So what do you think of if we save it real quick? Can you go up and save it? Yeah? All right, now let's take a look at our current, how it's going, okay?
Daddy,
Yeah, what's up?
why could we not write what type of dog Cholo is?
Oh yeah, well we can get into that kind of detail later, right?
Okay.
But for now, we're just showing people how to use Free2z. So
Yeah.
go ahead to view. There it is. Let's see the impressionistic painting. I'm excited about this. Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty close. I love it. Okay. Now, there's a lot of fun stuff we can do here. Can we take a look at that little icon? Yeah. Let's show folks. Okay. So if you kind of walk us through these, what's going on here?
So this is when you're viewing your own Z page and you want to go back to the editing page for
Okay,
it.
cool.
So this is promote, like you can donate 2Zs and Zcash, or you can donate Zcash to the page. And this button is to share it on some social platforms. And this one, make a comment. It's when you can make a comment with 2Zs or Zcash.
Yeah, you want to make a comment real quick? I think the commenting
sure.
is super powerful, so we can kind of show that a little bit. Although we're getting close to the end of our time here. But yeah, I don't know if Skylar wants to go into this at all, but like the threaded comments, that's hot. That's some fancy tech here. So it's extremely powerful in Free2z, and you can have just multiple layers of comments and going back and forth. And it all stays very nicely threaded and organized. So makes it easy to have conversations. Yes.
Yeah, and they're addressable is one of my favorite things.
Right.
And yeah, you can have code with highlights, and you can have LaTeX. There's like several pretty cool features. So we have that all documented. We call it Free2z flavored Markdown. So it has most of GitHub flavored, not all, but we'll probably add some more. But it also has the embeds, and LaTeX. It's kind of, in that placeholder text is kind of a little overview of different stuff you can do. You can upload images. Soon you'll be able to select your previously uploaded images. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Should give notifications when someone replies to you, and you can, kind of have a conversation in threaded comments. And so yeah, it's kind of like Hacker News or Reddit in some ways, but I don't think they have LaTeX. So for super nerds, that's pretty cool.
Sweet. Okay, so show us, throw some extra 2Zs in there because we really care about this comment. There you go. We're going to spend some 10 2Zs. Go ahead and comment. Boom, and scroll down to show it. There it is. We love this puppy. Yeah, I certainly love this puppy, so that's exciting. We actually need to leave a couple minutes for questions, so I think that's going to be it for the demo. So,
So what about the profile, though?
Oh, yeah. All right, let's go back to the profile.
Placeholder image.
Really quick. All right, go up to the profile. Let's take a look.
Is this published?
And let's publish the page. Yeah, we can publish the page. Go down, scroll down. And as you see, this is our profile. Here, we need to spend more time fleshing this out. But as you see, we've got kind of a placeholder image up into the left. So we can change that up real quick. Go up, and let's add an image for that.
All right.
Go ahead, and we're going to update our profile, and let's add an avatar. Okay? To the left, and that upload button.
Or you could select the puppy if you want.
Great.
Let's do
Cholo, yeah.
Cholo?
Yeah.
Well, you already have that one, so.
All right, well, switch it out, switch.
It works.
Yeah, go to Cryptobella. There you go. Double click.
Oh, is that my footage? Yeah, is that the photo I made?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yay.
All right.
That's good.
Now you can also put
Yeah.
a banner.
Yeah, add a banner real quick. You can use the gray and grass. Yeah, that works. Open that.
Open.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, we can go ahead and update that. All right, and now before we finish here and take questions, let's go and publish that story.
What's the member price, though?
Oh yeah, the member price right here. This is important. So to be able to do live streams, you need to have a minimum of 10 2Zs set here. This basically
let's make
allows you to tell, what does the member price do?
So member price, basically, it's the amount of money you want people to pay to see your exclusive content.
What is
The number
it,
of
money
credits.
or what is
Credits.
Yeah, our 2Zs, it's our internal credit. That's our Chuck E. Cheese token, right? Just for fun. It's not real money. Go up to
So
10.
we're gonna go up to 10.
Yeah.
And how often does it pay? Or so if I subscribe, what's the deal with that?
So basically, we'll be paying the amount of 2Zs, I think, once a month
Exactly right.
to see.
Months are different lengths, though. It's 30 days.
Yeah, it's
Trick
30
question.
days. Yeah. All right. go ahead and let's publish that. Hit that save button. And that we check the publish link right there. So this is now should be live. So you can go to the home link and let's see if it's there. There it is.
There it is, right here.
Top of the stack. That's our new site, our new page we created.
What about the peer-to-peer address? Like, can I give Zcash to you now?
Yeah, totally. Let's take. Can you show the peer-to-peer real quick? Yeah, that's it. So right now, if you click on that, right, now it's going to open your Y wallet. Now we're on our own site, so that's not a good example, but like let's say I wanted to donate to somebody else. It's automatically going to open up your Y wallet if you have it installed and just makes it super easy to donate directly to them.
Well, here it says donate to F2Z to boost this page.
We're on the boost. Yeah, the boost. So let's donate to the creator directly. So this thing will boost the page to make it more visible, right? But we can also donate to the creator if you want to support them. So go ahead. So you got a fund creator button right there, as you see, and that allows us to either give our internal token, 2Zs, or we can donate to Zcash. Go ahead and hit that. Yeah. And we can donate anonymously or...
Well, so this is your own page. It should say, it used to say, don't donate to yourself, silly, but I don't know, I guess we had a regression, so it said error. But don't donate to yourself, silly, is what it should say. Or so not silly, something a little bit less, funny, but not too funny.
There we go. So we're on somebody else, right? So here, that's Amina G's Z address right here, so I can go ahead and tap there.
Well, so what happened to the 2Zs that you bought? Like, what's your 2Z balance?
The 2Z balance should be, there it is.
Oh, so
so the 2Z balance went up a ton because we just purchased 2Zs.
Can you, I think there's a little detail that the WebSocket connection doesn't get instantiated when you first create. So can you reload the page for me?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious here. Because it should be that when I hit this button here, let's see. Oh, what just happened?
Yeah.
What's this little thing in the left there? What's that all about? Or yeah, the bottom left.
All right, there you go. You received 10 2Zs from Anonymous. Yeah.
So wait a second.
Okay. Well, we can take a look at that later.
Why are you Xing it out though? I mean, what is it? Do you know what happened?
The Anonymous link?
Oh.
No, this is just our notifications. So it's giving us all these notifications that are happening on the site right now.
Right, but are you not interested in them? I don't know.
It's just through everything that's going on. So new comments, 2Zs. Oh, wait a minute.
You're just going to X it out. You're like, leave me alone.
Skylar is getting us.
Like,
we're getting all kinds of...
What is this, though?
We're getting all kinds of 2Z love right now from Skylar. We're getting donated
Like, is this
left
just
and
an
right. Oh, man.
annoyance, or?
Wait.
100 2Z from Anonymous. This is crazy. Yeah, I wonder. It's coming from all over the place.
But what is it? Aren't you kind of curious what that little triangle though is? Like,
go ahead.
Why don't you hit the
Show us the triangle.
You're like X, X, X. So is the X more attractive than the triangle? I don't know. Like,
go to the triangle. Yeah.
What's the little honeycomb that appeared in the top right? Like, what's that all about?
It keeps doing. Just go do it again. There it goes. All right, there we go. We got our dashboard. We're seeing all the notifications coming in. So that's wow. We got 100 2Zs from Anonymous. I just have no idea who that could have been.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
it's happening.
There's a few people. Could have been.
Well, we're getting a lot of love. Hey, from She and Brende, Roldmar.
Like, what are these?
This is our audience. Oh man, this page is just getting love from all around the world. So.
Nice.
That's awesome, and it's all coming in real time. Pretty sweet. Gotta love WebSockets. Whoop. Techno. Papapi. Aurabrito. Okay. So yeah, I think probably time for questions. But yeah, oh man, this thing is blowing up right now, as you can see. So, loving it. Thank you, Zcash audience.
You never like clicked on the
Free2z
honeycomb
community.
before there? That's like, wow. Most sites will
Okay,
have
kids.
have
Well,
a bell.
you're officially rich with this page now.
Why,
Yeah.
why is it not a bell, though?
Right?
Why is it a honeycomb instead of a bell? Wouldn't a bell be just like every other site in the world? Like, why would
Yeah. Well, that's all you. I actually think bells are fine. Some people don't like bells.
Like when there was this like famous scientist who did this experiment about
Yeah.
like ringing bells.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Any,
It's not Pavlov's dogs. None of that here.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we don't like bells. All right. Questions from the audience.
Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah.
You have to get uncomfortably close. It's like too loud, so I want to get like quieter and quieter. Uncomfortably loud.
Okay, that was great. Very fun. Do you guys consider like having a wallet inside the application?
Well, so yeah, I think that would be a good idea, but we need WASM because we're pretty dedicated to like single code base and web first. Yeah, I mean, if we'd have to kind of grow the team to, well, we'll see, but like inside the application, we do want to support web as first class, so we don't really want to do Android, iOS, native. So without yeah, I mean, there's details there, but basically we really want to see WebAssembly, and we want to see Zcash wallets support web, as a compilation target, first class. But that is a very kind of hard problem because like LibRust Zcash has all kinds of non-WASM dependencies and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it would be fun to be able to just be like, oh yeah, create my new address and be able to receive funds right in the app. We could look at the new ECC SDK or Warp Sync, Y Wallet, Z Wallet, and maybe embrace the native. So that would be an option. But then so then we'd have to kind of maintain the web because you can actually do kind of a lot without even logging in. And we want to kind of maintain that where you can just share a link and people can just, read your stuff or, donate Zcash without even logging in or downloading an app. So we don't want to lose that. So, there's like trade-offs like with everything. But yeah.
So the 2C, is that the value the same as 1 SEC or how that works?
Well, right now, I think legally and under the current framework, it's a Chuck E. Cheese token that only has value to. So, if you upvote, if you comment, you can subscribe. And right now, there's no way to redeem. But we're looking at the legal framework for how we could it be a ZSA? Could we redeem it for Zcash? So if you get a certain balance. Because ultimately, if famous YouTuber is getting censored, they don't want in-app credits, and they might not even necessarily want Zcash. They want to make their bank account go up or whatever it is they're motivated. So, but yeah, we do want a way that the subscriptions can turn into kind of fungible currency outside of the site, and so different people could have subscribers, yeah, and pay their mortgage or whatever. But yeah, any other questions?
Yeah, I think we had a question down here as well.
Here, you gotta have the mic.
I'll bring the mic. There you go.
This question is going to be in Spanish. Okay? ¿Cómo se prepararon para esta presentación? ¿Cuánto tiempo les tomó hacer esta presentación para los younger speakers? I'm asking, how did you prepare this beautiful presentation?
You can answer. Go ahead.
We were practicing
Yeah.
and practice our words with, basically we did a lot this morning and a lot last night.
Yeah.
we were just like rehearsing our words and stuff, and my dad basically explained everything. He talked through it. Yeah, that was basically it.
So I have a question for you too. So for all of you, do you think that the site's pretty easy to use as a kid? Do you understand it pretty well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
like
Yeah.
100 times easier than any social media app.
Let's do it in the mic, yeah.
And what is the advantage of using like Free2z versus another social media in terms of security for kids?
Yeah, I can take that one. So there's a huge advantage for using Free2z versus other social media
Twitter,
for children.
Snapchat,
So we really respect users' privacy. So we're not trying to make a profile. You know, like if there's a child on the site, we're not trying to make a profile of them. We're not going to be selling their data. So it's like, in terms of the user security, it's way better. The privacy is better. I mean, even the fact that you're monetizing with Zcash, you know, that's privacy enhanced. So that's a big benefit. And yeah, I mean, in this case, I think you'll see as we continue to develop out this application, a lot of stuff you will have to pay for in some sense. But the advantage there is that you know that there's no such thing as a free lunch. So if everything's free, it's because you're the product. So at least here you have more control over what's going on. So.
In your opinion, kids, what time a person needs to learn all about Free2z? How many time?
I'd say a person who like wants to post or something online, but wants it to be more private. So, more private than just showing the whole face, like instead of like Twitter or YouTube. Free2z is much more private on that sense, so it's more friendly for children.
Hola a todos, voy a hacer mi pregunta en español. Jonathan, me gustaría saber, en el caso de América Latina particularmente, ¿cómo han visto que Free2z ha sido una solución para la gente que está generando contenido allí?
Okay.
En español.
¿Una solución para qué? Ah, sí, es que lo que nosotros vemos con las personas de América Latina es el aspecto de la comunidad lo veo más importante para las personas de América Latina, y aquí en Free2z ya se está creciendo una comunidad, es como, y siento que es un ambiente muy cálido, muy positivo, no ves haters, no hay tantos, digamos, trolls o personas que quieren bajar a los demás. Entonces, hasta la fecha, yo estoy muy contento con ese aspecto de cómo las personas se están apoyando mutuamente y están generando contenidos y todos están muy en el bochinche, ¿no?
Yeah.
Ahí,
Now
de estar
Portuguese.
apoyando. No falo portugués.
Summarize. So
Who's
what
got the
was
Portuguese?
summarized in English though for us?
Yeah. So the question was how the people in Latin America have been using the site and whether they find it relevant. And what we found is that there's a ton of traction in Latin America. And one of the reasons we think that is happening is because there is more of an emphasis on community building in Latin America and maybe than other places in the world. So the fact that the Free2z community is so supportive and so positive, and like we really haven't had any issues with trolls or any kind. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a few people here and there, but in general, the community is so much more positive than you'll find, in pretty much any other corner of the internet. So I think that's what's been so attractive to Latin Americans, and that's why that's been, really a big base of our community at Free2z. So. I think, yeah, there you go. Question?
So, oh, that's loud. How do you prevent, like, stalkers and inappropriate people from interacting with children on the site?
That is a great question.
Yeah, so it's a good question, but so how could you contact? You could use the comments, which are public to the world. You could message with an encrypted Zcash memo if the kid had a Zcash wallet address. But I mean, I guess you could do something over that, but you'd kind of have to go to a third-party site or like some sort of other messaging thing. As of right now, yeah, you know, it's kind of a moving target, but you know, we do have kind of the magic of centralization, so we can see all the uploads, and we can, you know, so we have like a bot that monitors the comments, and there's some really obvious spam in terms of, you know, like, call me on WhatsApp, I'll show you how to get your money back from something and blah, blah, blah. Or what, you know, they're like pretty easy to spot. So we have an AI that will strike the comment and it's like 3 strikes, you're out, which has only happened a few times, but I thought it would be fun. And then actually if you comment, as long as I had that like event listener, I made it so that if you make a good comment according to the AI, that's like interesting and uses a bunch of markdown features. I forget what the prompt is, but it'll give you up to 5 of these little credits so you can make more comments. And the 2zs, right now they're kind of like a web of trust and like a granular invite code, which is kind of cool. So, you know, it's centralized and it's not private, these little credits. But, you know, it's like a friend of a friend. You give more to people who you really like, who are you know are good people, so they give it to their friends who, you know. So, yeah, I've been really kind of worried about malicious actors, and we've kind of built these mechanisms. It's an experiment, to be honest, but they've worked pretty well so far. So it will be a moving target, and, you know, kind of the same with financial compliance and stuff like that. It's like you're never kind of done with that kind of stuff. So as problems arise, we have a very iterative approach in general, and the same thing with you know, preventing abuse, fraud, spam, malicious actors, there's all kinds of potential problems, and, you know, it could be a good problem to have if there's just like tons of people and, you know, we need to figure out who needs to be, you know, demoted. But yeah, it's not permissionless in that sense, and we are like a U.S. corporation, and so we have some sort of like due diligence and responsibility that we have to do, and yeah, we take that kind of stuff seriously. So we'll see. I think it hasn't become a problem yet. We are thinking about direct encrypted messaging, which would add another like surface area of that kind of problem. But kind of we just say you have to have 2zs, so you have to have Zcash, or you have to know somebody. So, you know, you get a little to like, you can make a couple of comments at first, but you don't get access to all the features unless someone like gives you the access. Now, if you bought Zcash, I mean, for a couple of Zcash, you could put something very terrible at the top of the homepage or something, and, you know, I mean, try it and see what happens, you know. I think, you know, in that case, at this scale, that we'd take your Zcash and it'd be like, oh, that's terrible, and, you know, maybe it would get censored, you know, like we want to. I mean, if it was just something bad or like, you know, bad, but it's not illegal, we're committed to free speech, so, you know, knock yourself out, I guess. But we can also deboost it, downvote it. But it's like we can publish that algorithm. Like I'll just, you know, down, and it'll, you know, kind of go off the page. So if someone wanted to fight that fight, anyway, there's a lot of like surface area for kind of malicious actors. But so far so good. So we'll keep on it, I think.
So essentially, it sort of just becomes prohibitively expensive to try to, you know, go against.
That's kind of the idea, yeah. Because everything costs money, and we want it to be like you don't notice, because it's just like, you know, super micro, like
small amount
penny. Mm-hmm. But for a spammer, 50 cents is a lot. You know, when they're sending out 100,000 emails for free to get one hit, if it's a penny per comment, that's too expensive for most like scams and stuff. So far so good.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Great.